I'd like to thank all our viewers tonight for tuning in to TUCN, the Crosby News. Tonight's top story, global warming. Fact, fiction, true, false, up, down, the we'll have the scoop. And to start off the night, we'll take a look at the weather around the world with Ruben. Ruben?
Hello, thank you, Otis. And in the valley today, there will be a very high chance of thunderstorms all week. But, top story, in the North Pole, polar bear declination has been popularly increasing, which means in about 60 years, all polar bears will pretty much be dead, except the ones in the zoos. Thank you.
In case you didn't catch that, 60 years and all polar bears will be extinct. Now let's go to world news with Cletus. Cletus?
The Kuwait Bay is getting alarmingly warmer, which has locals distraught as native fish and wildlife are either dying or leaving the area. Let's see what the station's oceanographic expert, Mr. Crosby, has to say on the matter. Bruce?
They all probably left because Brad was there.
Listen, Bruce. And now, a word from our sponsor. How big?
Got sonic technology.
I've dated women my whole life. Loved it, but every once in a while, you need a man's opinion. Now for only $14.99 a month, you can chat with men 24/7 with the Man Plan. Just call 480-529-7514, and you will be connected with a man who needs just like you.
We now come to the interaction portion of the news show, the interactions.
It's just great. Yeah, just great. Awesome. Alright, just great.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, topic today, global warming. Now, you guys have any feelings about this?
Well, I think this global warming fact it's kind of affecting our days today also, but a lot of kids these days think that it's not affecting us in these days. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna follow you up there. You know, global warming, of course, has been a huge topic, just floating around there, just with its wings floating. And you know, some people say, "Oh, it's not going to happen." I mean, just look right in front of you, look right in front of your eyes. It is happening right now. I mean, as we speak, the globe is warming. And if you want to back me up on that.
I agree entirely. Actually, today's generation, high schoolers, young, they don't understand. They weren't around. They don't know what it was like before. All they've known is global warming. They think this is normal. It's not. It's not. Polar bears aren't supposed to drown because the ice that they lived in floated offshore when it melted too early. Ridiculous.
Amen. Amen to that. Amen to that.
Okay. Now we have a fact here from Harvard professor Smith. Average temperatures around the globe have climbed 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit since 1880. Now keep in mind, most of the changes occurred in the past few decades.
Now this alarms me because as Professor Smith said, 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit in the last couple of decades. Just imagine what's going to happen in the next few decades as we keep polluting the earth, and it's going to just skyrocket. More than 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going up there.
Exactly. 1.4 degrees, that's about a degree every 10, 12 years maybe? Maybe a little more than that. I might be exaggerating. But, you know, I mean, it is increasing. We all know, we can see it is increasing.
That is obvious. Now,
it's very obvious.
What we got to keep in mind, too, look at ice, right? 32 degrees, that's generally what it stays at.
That's what it stays at.
And if the earth warms just 1 degree.
Warms just like that.
1 degree. That's a large percentage of the ice melting.
It'll just melt.
Just melt right into the ocean. And that will raise salinity.
Raising the ocean.
And raising salinity levels.
Exactly.
All the fresh water goes into the
ocean. And
ocean.
nobody really, you know, cares about raising the salinity level, which they do care, but they don't realize that that is going to affect us.
Of course. Now, you see, the water, the the saline water.
Let's just go on with what Mr. Smith was saying. Now, if you see here, his exact words were, the rate of warming is increasing. 20th century's last 2 decades were the hottest in 400 years and possibly the warmest for several millennia.
Now let me stop you there. Have you noticed what he said? The last 2 decades. That just alarms me because the last 2 decades is only 20 years.
Well, yeah, it does boggle my brain too. But because it's been 2 decades, doesn't mean there can't be just a significant change.
Now, what I think.
Yeah, you're just kind of rambling now, and I'm just kind of finish this right here because I want to kind of get it done with.
Feel free.
He continues to say, according to a number of climate studies, ends his sentence. And the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, reports that 11 of the past 12 years are among the dozen warmest since 1850. Huge fact right there.
No, what I think is the U.S. here, in the U.S., we don't think we're impacting as much, but every factory that we own within the U.S. is out of the country. Nearly every factory. So we don't understand how much pollutants we're actually putting in to the atmosphere that get traced right back to us. We think, well, all the factories are in China. No, those are our factories. We put them there.
Everyone blames China for everything.
You can't always blame China. I mean, they do. As one of my good teachers back in high school, Mr. Crosby, Bill. No, something like that. But he used to tell me, if you ever go to China, you don't go eating their food or swimming in their lakes or scrubbing with their shower poofs that they use, and it's not sanitary. It's not a sanitary thing to do. He used to always tell me, if you're gonna get food, or the apple juice comes from China, you need to check the labels on those. And I don't want to bash China in any way, but they're just some of the things they're producing as of now, I would have to say no to.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would agree entirely. Actually, they are. I had a teacher as well. Crosby. It may seem silly, but I'm pretty sure that was his name. He in fact used to say 50% of all the seafood that is not caught out of the ocean, farm raised, comes from China. And guess where they're raising those? In the lakes that are extremely polluted, and the oceans that are extremely polluted. It is horrible.
Dastardly.
Exactly. Thank you.
Well, let's go on here.
Every year, countless lives are affected by greenhouse gas emissions. Will you help save them?
That concludes our show, and I'd like to thank all the viewers who tuned in to TUCN. And I want to remind you guys that global warming is real. It affects me.
And me.
And me.
And I want to remind you out there that you can make a difference. That's right, that means you, Crystal, who showers with her dad.
And you, Preston, always late to class.
And you, Cameo, who's always mad at me all the time for no reason at all. I never ever do anything to you ever. I've never done anything at all. I swear.
I don't think
you're always mad. So yeah, that's pretty much.
You can make a difference, though.
You can make a difference. That's great, though.
You two in the back, always signing away.
Always, yeah.
And also, most importantly, Mr. Crosby, you can do something.
Make a difference.
I believe in you. Alright, that concludes the show. Thank you for tuning in, and God bless.